playing the guitar 15 minutes a day, over time you'll be so much better than when you do just the bare minimum. I'm curious, because Coach mentioned I run. How many of you guys have like gone out and ran a mile? Like show of hands. How about anyone ever done 2 miles? 5 miles?
I did 2.5 yesterday.
So we got these 2. All right, what's the furthest you ran?
8 miles.
8 miles? So
26.2 miles.
there we go. I was waiting for, yeah. So I actually ran my first half marathon. I think it was a weekend before wrestling practice. So Saturday Snow Canyon half. And the furthest I've ran, Coach mentioned this, is 102 miles. So that's more than 10, that's like 12x, 8 miles. I don't want to point that out to brag, but I want to ask the question, why do you think I would do something like that? Does anyone have an answer?
You read David Goggins.
I read David Goggins, yeah. That's part of it, for sure. Any idea, why would someone do that? Besides being crazy, the fact is when you do hard things, you become better. Just like show of hands, you don't have to say anything, but who wants maybe a family someday? Maybe you want a house. Maybe you want money, successful at a job, right? What do you think is like the single most important thing to be able to do that? Any traits or things that you need? Most people say work hard, and I kind of agree with that because hard work does definitely help. The whole quote of like, I think it used to be over there, but hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I agree with that. But I think something that's more important than that is to be able to work hard when it doesn't feel good. Because when I'm caffeinated on a run and I'm fresh leg, that's amazing. It feels great, I enjoy it. When you're fresh after resting, you come into wrestling practice, it's easy to do those reps. What happens when you're tired? It's tough. When you run 100 miles, you know at some point it's just gonna be miserable. Whether that's 20 miles, 50 miles, 80 miles, or 100 miles. And so the point I'm trying to make is if you want the things you want in your life, you have to work hard, but work hard when it sucks. And so that's why I do something like that. I don't think you guys need a 100-mile race to be able to achieve the things you want. But wrestling is what taught me those type of traits. And I learned way more than in my 3 years of wrestling than I did in school. I love school, I love the classes I took, but at the end of the day, what wrestling showed me was discipline, consistency, hard work, and then of course the team culture and listening to my coaches. There are things I think about very regularly when it comes to what coaches did for me or what they told me. In fact, I have one memory of Coach Cox where we were doing push-ups for probably like 2.5 hours into practice, and it was just do as many push-ups as you can for a minute. And we're obviously exhausted at that point, but there was something that clicked in my head to just not focus on the whole practice, but just the next 60 seconds. What can I do for the next 60 seconds? And I just